Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? Michigan, Minnesota, Missouri, Florida. Which state borders California? Juneau is the capital of which state? Alaska. Which of these states is North Carolina? Which of these states is Which state borders the Gulf of Louisiana? Arkansas.
Ready, set, go!
Which state borders the Gulf of Florida? Which of these states is Nevada? Des Moines is the capital of which Iowa? Which of these Which state New York? Which of the Which state borders the Mrs. Louisiana? Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? Delaware. Which state shares a border with New York? Which of these states Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? Maryland. Which of these Which state shares a border with Georgia? Tennessee. Which of these Which state borders California? Atlanta is the capital of Georgia. Which of these states is Which of these states is Which of these Which state borders the Pacific? Washington. Which state shares a border with Kentucky? Which state shares a border with Indiana? I am Delaware and I share a border with Pennsylvania. Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? Virginia, Virginia. Which state borders Illinois? Boston is the capital of Massachusetts. Which state borders the Gulf, Alabama? Which state shares a border with Texas? North Dakota.
Ready, set, go!
Which state borders the Gulf of Mississippi? Which of these states is New York? Lansing is the capital of Michigan. Which state borders Florida? Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? North Carolina. Which of these states? Which of these? Which state shares a border with New Mexico? Which state borders Kentucky? Which state shares a border Georgia? Which state shares a land border with Canada? Maine. Which of these states? Which state borders the Gulf of Alabama? Honolulu is Hawaii. Which of Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? Connecticut. Which state shares a border with Arkansas? Olympia is the capital of Washington. Phoenix is Arizona. Which of these states is California? Which state borders the Minnesota? Which state borders Delaware? Which state borders Oregon? Which of the Which state borders New Jersey? Which state borders Maine? I am Tennessee. Which state borders Iowa? Which state borders the Great Lakes? Ohio. Juneau is the capital of Alaska. Connecticut.
Ready, set, go!
Which state borders the Gulf of Texas? Which state borders the Gulf of Mexico? Colorado, Alaska, Illinois, Mississippi. Mississippi. Which state borders the Gulf of Mexico? Nebraska, Oregon, Virginia, Alabama. Alabama. Which state borders the Mississippi River? Texas, South Carolina, New York, Kentucky. Kentucky. Which state shares a border with Arizona, Alaska, New Mexico, North Dakota, Mississippi? New Mexico. Which of these states is Nevada? Lansing is the capital of which state? Pennsylvania, Maryland, Rhode Island, Michigan. Michigan. Which state shares a border with Arizona, Arkansas, California, California? Which state shares a border with Utah, Arizona, New Hampshire, Iowa, Arizona? Which of these states is Montana? Which of these states is Louisiana? Which state borders the Pacific Ocean? Wisconsin, Indiana, New York, Oregon. Oregon. Which state shares a border with Connecticut, Massachusetts, Washington, Virginia, Massachusetts? Hartford is the capital of which state? Maine, Connecticut. Which state borders the Pacific Ocean? Maryland, Maine, South Carolina, Washington. Washington. Which state borders Pennsylvania? Which of these states is Maine? Springfield is the capital of Illinois. Which of these states is North Dakota? Which state shares a border with Rhode Island, Delaware, Connecticut? Which of these states is Minnesota? Raleigh is the capital of which state? North Carolina. Which of these states is Nebraska? Which state borders the Pacific Ocean? Hawaii, Vermont, Minnesota, Rhode Island. Hawaii. Which state shares a border with West Virginia? I am Missouri and I share a border with Tennessee. Which of these states is Idaho? Which state borders Alaska? Which state Maine? Indianapolis is the capital of which Indiana? Which of these states is Ohio? Which state borders New York? Concord is the capital of New Hampshire. Trenton is New Jersey. Which state borders the Gulf of Mexico? Kansas, Florida, New Jersey, Indiana. Florida. Which of these states? Which state borders the Gulf of Mexico? Wisconsin, Vermont, Georgia, Alabama. Alabama. Which state borders Hawaii? Which state borders the Great Lakes? Washington, Mississippi, Florida, Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Which of these states? Which state shares a border with Massachusetts? Which state borders the Pacific Ocean? South Dakota, Hawaii, North Carolina, Arizona. Hawaii. Which state shares a border with Virginia, Alabama, Maryland? Which of these states is Rhode Island? Which state shares a border with South Carolina, Indiana, Hawaii, Idaho, Georgia? Georgia. Nebraska.
Ready, set, go!
Olympia is the capital of which state? Idaho, Michigan, Oklahoma, Washington. Washington. Which of these states is New Hampshire? I am New Hampshire. Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? Hawaii. Hawaii. I am Connecticut and I border the Atlantic Ocean. Which of these states is Arkansas? Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? Hawaii, South Carolina, Kentucky, Michigan. South Carolina. St. Paul is the capital of which state? Alaska, Virginia, Delaware, Minnesota. Trenton is the capital of which state? New Jersey. Which of these states is Florida? Richmond is the capital of which state? Virginia. Bismarck is the capital of which state? North Dakota. Which of these states is Texas? Which state shares a border with Mexico? New Mexico. New York.
Ready, set, go!
Which state borders the Atlantic Ocean? Colorado, Montana, Wyoming, Maryland. Maryland. Which state shares a border with South Carolina, North Carolina, Florida, Louisiana, Hawaii? North Carolina. Which state borders the Mississippi River? Montana, Wisconsin, Idaho, Kansas. I am Wisconsin and I border the Mississippi River. Which state shares a land border with Canada? Nevada, Colorado, New York. Which of these states is North Dakota? Montpelier is the capital of which state? Iowa, Vermont, Ohio, South Carolina. I am Vermont and Montpelier is my capital. Which state borders the Great Lakes? West Virginia, Kentucky, Indiana, Utah. Indiana. Which state borders the Hawaii? Which state shares a border with Ohio, New Hampshire, North Dakota, North Carolina, Michigan?